What is up, entrepreneurs? I'm Lee Burke. Welcome to the Lee Burke Project, and in this video we're going to be having a look at how to avoid Amazon hijackers. And action! Alright, so I'm just on the Amazon site here, and I have done a search for kite, and we've got all the results here. I'm just going to click on this kite listing here just because it looks a bit more generic, and it will probably be better suited to what I want to kind of highlight and point out here. So I'm just going to click on here. Now if you go to an Amazon listing, there's a couple of things you need to understand. So this kite here is sold by In the Breeze, right? So that's the name of the company or the seller that's actually selling this version of this kite, right? So if you scroll down a bit on any Amazon listing, you can also see here used and new, and if there's a number in brackets. Now that means there's 5 other people selling this same kite. Now what having an Amazon hijacker means is that if this is your own private label kite, like a product that you've designed and you've branded and you've sourced and manufactured in China, then it's your actual product and people can't sell it, but there's a couple of exceptions. So let me just scroll down and click on that number 5 there, which takes us to this page where we can actually have a look at who's selling this product. Right, and if we scroll down, what we can see here is we've got Amazon warehouse deals. Now if you see that on your own product listing, don't worry about it. What that generally means is that any of your products that have been returned to Amazon needs to deal with those in some way, and what they'll do is they'll actually sell them for you. So then you'd see them on your listing as Amazon warehouse deals. But see here, Kite Garden we've got, Amazon.com, Geo Lifestyle, and All Brands Delivered. These are what we would consider hijackers of this listing, because the original seller here is In the Breeze, right? And what's actually happened, they've created this listing and they've started selling this, but they've sourced this product probably from Alibaba in China, and then these other sellers have just ordered the same product from the same manufacturer and are just selling it on this guy's listing, In the Breeze. Now obviously the problem with that is because this listing actually appeared quite high in those search results when I just searched for kite, In the Breeze, the company, has probably done a lot of marketing and ads and put a lot of money into actually getting their listing up in the results. And then these guys here have just jumped on that listing, so they're actually benefiting from all the marketing that In the Breeze has done to get their listing up there. And that's why we call these guys hijackers. The other thing you need to be aware of, if we just jump back to the actual listing, is over here is what we call the buy box. So when you click the add to cart button, it won't necessarily be the In the Breeze, the companies that gets the sale when the add to cart button is clicked here. It's going to be dependent on who has the best value version of that product for the customer. Now that's going to come down to price, but also reviews and a number of other factors come into play there. So you can see that In the Breeze was selling this for $10.35. What these other guys, Kite Garden especially, mainly Kite Garden, has literally just come in and undercut this price. Now Geo Lifestyle and this other one here, they are not necessarily, although they are hijacking, they haven't come in at a lower price, so they're not going to get the buy box generally over here. So that's just to be aware of. So how can we actually avoid this? There's a couple of different ways. So now In the Breeze, the company here, in the title, they've actually called it the In the Breeze, which is their brand name, Rainbow 27-inch diamond kite. So theoretically, In the Breeze can contact Amazon and say, look, these other guys have hijacked my listing. They're not actually selling the In the Breeze version of this product. So therefore, can you please remove these sellers from my listing? Now, that works and doesn't work depending on the situation. Now, firstly, In the Breeze actually is better off and it's more beneficial if they brand this kite, either the packaging or the product itself, with the In the Breeze logo, right? So at the moment, just looking at these pictures, I can't see that there's a logo. They're not popping up, but the initial one, there's no logo appears on this kite, but there may be on the packaging. I'm not sure. I'm just going to scroll down and have a look at the description as well, just to see if there's anything else here. Right, there's not a lot of info, but yeah, basically that's one way. So the second way is what's called Amazon Brand Registry. So if you're not aware of this, go over to Google and just Google Amazon Brand Registry and click on the first link and have a read of what that's all about. But basically what it means is that In the Breeze can register their brand called In the Breeze, or if they've got a different brand for the actual kite itself, they could register that brand. And then they can kind of make it easier. Amazon makes it easier for brands that are registered to kick people off their listing, kick these hijackers off. Essentially, imagine this was Nike shoes, and Nike was selling their own shoe, and then these guys had a fake version of the Nike shoe and jumped on and were just trying to sell it as a Nike shoe. It would be the same situation. So once you've created your own product and branded it yourself, even if these guys source the same product from the same factory, that doesn't matter, because this is your listing and the listing is under your brand. And so once it's brand registered, then you have a lot of extra advantages you wouldn't have if it wasn't brand registered. So the other thing to be aware of, to get brand registry, you actually need a trademark. So you can head on over to a site like LegalZoom.com and just do a search on their website. There's a trademark link here on the left, and you can get those guys to start helping you apply for a trademark in the US. It's about $300, I think, starts out at, and it takes 3 or 6 months to actually go through the entire process. So if you've just started selling on Amazon, it's probably worth starting to do that now to look at protecting your brand, but also because it's going to take a bit of time as well and a process to go through. So you can go through LegalZoom. The other thing is, if you just Google US trademark, you can go to this website here, uspto.gov, and you can file for a trademark directly. Obviously, if you go through LegalZoom, they're going to be able to help you a bit more, but at the very least, you can search the USPTO trademark database just by coming here and clicking on search trademarks, and you can search for your brand name, or the brand name that you're thinking of using for your products, and then you can see if anybody else is using it. Just one thing, obviously with trademarks or any of this, you do need to get your own advice. I'm not a lawyer and I can't give you any legal advice in relation to the trademarks. I'm just kind of showing you the resources that you can use, which may be helpful. Right, so just to recap, in Amazon, you want to make sure that when you create your product listing, that you've always got the buy box, and if there's anybody else that you see here on your listing other than those Amazon warehouse deals that I showed you before, you want to be able to kick those guys off, and you have a stronger case with Amazon of kicking anyone off your listing if you've gone through the Amazon brand registry process, and if you have a trademark on your actual brand itself. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like the video, subscribe, give me some love, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.